It was a bright Thursday evening in the University of Benin, the kind of evening when the air smelled of roasted corn and broken hearts. The sun was gently retiring, but James's heart was just beginning its daily shift of overthinking. He stood at the basketball court, looking like a rejected choir master waiting for inspiration. James was a first-year student in the Department of Sociology, tall, dark, and shy in a way that made him look permanently guilty. He was clutching his phone, checking the time every 5 seconds. She said 5 p.m., he murmured to himself. It's 5:27, maybe she's just taking her time to look beautiful. He had written Sonia a love letter 2 days ago. Not just any letter. This one carried every romantic sentence Google and his heart could provide. He even ended it with, "My love for you is like Nipah light. Though it goes off sometimes, it always comes back stronger." To him, it was poetry. To Sonia, well, that was yet to be seen. James, Sonia, and Jay were coursemates, all in their first year. The trio sat together most times, though Jay was the clown of the group. He had a brain that functioned like a faulty generator. Sometimes it made sense, but most times, it just made noise. Whenever Sonia entered the class, Jay's IQ dropped like the university Wi-Fi signal. He would start saying random things like, "Guys, I think Nigeria's problem is because of jollof rice." Or, "Love is just hunger that wears perfume." One day, during a lecture, Sonia came late and sat beside Jay. The lecturer asked, "Mr. Jay, define sociology." Jay stood up confidently, cleared his throat, and said, "Sociology is, the study of, soldiers." The whole class erupted in laughter. Even the lecturer gave him a long, pitying stare before muttering, "May God deliver you." Jay smiled proudly and whispered to Sonia, "Did you see that? I just made the class lively." But Sonia only shook her head and laughed. That laugh was all Jay needed. He swore that day he would make her his own, even if it meant borrowing common sense from the devil. Jay and James were close friends, more like brothers. They ate together, read together, and failed tests together. But the moment Jay realized James had feelings for Sonia, his heart did a backflip. He wanted Sonia too. Not just because she was beautiful, but because she was Sonia, the girl whose laughter could make even a broken mirror smile. So Jay did what any two-faced friend in love would do. He pretended to help James. "Bro, you've got this," he told James one night. "Write her a letter. Girls love letters. Use emotional words like heartbeat and destiny. If possible, include forever and God's plan. They like those things." James nodded, innocent and hopeful. "You sure? Trust me," Jay said, smiling like a wolf wearing a choir robe. James spent all night writing that letter. He even sprayed a bit of his body spray on it so Sonia could smell his affection. He gave the letter to Jay to help deliver it since Sonia trusted Jay more. But Jay, being Jay, had other plans. He opened the letter and made tiny changes. Where James wrote, "You are the sunshine of my heart," Jay changed it to, "You are the sun that burns my brain every day." Where James wrote, "First will love you forever," Jay changed it to, "I will stalk you till forever." He sealed it back perfectly. So that evening, at the basketball court, Sonia showed up. She looked calm but dangerous, like a cat holding a grudge. Before James could even smile, she slapped him. Farp! It was loud enough to send a bird flying off the nearby tree. James stood there, frozen. His face was vibrating like a faulty fan. "Sonia, what did I do?" he stammered. She glared at him. "You said you will stalk me forever. That you want to see me even when I'm in the bathroom." James blinked like a confused goat. "What? No, I didn't write that." But before he could explain, Sonia stormed off, leaving him to marinate in embarrassment. His phone buzzed. It was Jay. "Bro, how did it go?" Jay asked, pretending to be concerned. "She slapped me," James cried. Jay tried to sound shocked. "She did what?" Then he quickly muted the phone, burst into laughter, rolled on his bed, and unmuted. "Bro, that's bad. Oh. But don't worry, maybe she was just having a bad day." Inside him, though, Jay was celebrating like he just won a scholarship. Days passed. Sonia began to act cold toward James but oddly friendly toward Jay. She even laughed more at his nonsense jokes. Jay took it as a sign that his mission was succeeding. But Karma, being a patient lecturer, decided to mark his attendance. One afternoon, during a group assignment, Sonia borrowed Jay's notebook to copy something. As she flipped through, a small piece of paper fell out. It was James's original love draft, which Jay had mistakenly kept. Her eyes widened. It was sweet, poetic, and definitely not the nonsense she received. "Wait," she whispered. Jay edited this. That evening, Sonia walked straight to Jay's hostel and confronted him. "So you're the one who changed the letter?" she asked, waving the original copy at him. Jay's face collapsed. It's not what you think. I was just editing grammar." "Editing grammar." You turned, "I love you," to, "I will stalk you till forever." Jay scratched his head. Grammar can be emotional sometimes. Before he could say another word, slap. This time, it was louder than the first one. Even his roommates stood at the door in silence, clapping slowly like mourners at a comedy show. Later that week, Sonia found James sitting under the mango tree near the faculty. She apologized for the misunderstanding, and James, still slightly dizzy from the memory of the slap, forgave her immediately. They laughed over the incident, and slowly, friendship returned, this time, without any interference from Jay. As for Jay, he became the department's unofficial comedian. Anytime Sonia walked into class, he would mutter under his breath, "Love is dangerous, my people. It comes with thunder." Everyone would laugh, but deep down, Jay knew he had learned the hardest way that love and lies don't share the same hostel. Moral of the story: in university life, and in love, beware of friends who advise you too much. Some are not advising you, they're applying for your position.